Hello everyone, welcome to GS Booster Shot, your daily dose for GS preparations. In our today's lecture, we're going to talk about the menace of drug trafficking and especially about Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. These two represents group of countries which are a huge problem for India's internal security with respect to trafficking in drugs. So basically, Golden Crescent accounts for the group of accounts for the group of Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan. Afghanistan accounts for 90% of world's opium production, and Iran and Pakistan, these two other countries are also sharing one more similarity, that is a battered economy, and they are also involved in financing a lot of non-state actors. Drugs have been used so as to finance terrorism throughout the world and rather organized crime as well. So, with the closure of the Balkan Passage, in a later slide I would show you as to what is Balkan Passage. So, these countries basically channelize their drug trade through India to other parts of the world, because India is the only country that is having economic ties throughout the world. Then the other set of group, which we refer to as Golden Triangle. So this covers Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Burma, present day Myanmar. Now Myanmar is the chief hub over here for opium production, for heroin production, and to these group of area, in this very area, for the smugglers, again India is the only location through which opium and their drugs can be transported throughout the world. Now let us see the chief reasons as to why Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle uses Indian territory for its drug operations. So, number one, with respect to Golden Crescent, is the closure of Balkan Passage. Now, what is this Balkan Passage? So, basically, earlier drugs were transported from Iran to Turkey and from Turkey to Europe, and basically in the Balkan countries, that such as Macedonia, Serbia and Austria, Slovenia, Croatia. So, basically, with the influx of refugees around 2016, this Balkan Passage has been, with an agreement between EU and Turkey, been blocked. In before times also, at the time when in Iran the Ayatollah took over, when the revolution took place in 1980s, yet again this passage was closed. This passage used to provide the chief route so as to transfer these drugs to Europe. Now, India is the only location through which drugs can be transported throughout this very network. Now, existing bullion smugglers network throughout the border surrounding regions. As we know that it has been a strategy of Pakistan for influxing counterfeit currency into India. So, there is already existence of network of smugglers which basically smuggle counterfeit currency and other bullion into India. So, drug traders basically take use of these existing networks also for the peddling purpose so as to bring their drugs into the country. Then the Sikh militancy and the Kashmir militancy had also provided an impetus to drug trade in India. Lastly, porous border regions provided congenial ambience for trafficking of drugs. As we know that the border along the Kashmir border with Pakistan is pretty porous, although lately a lot of efforts have been taken by the Indian government so as to fence that border, and thermal imaging has also been used so as to check such trafficking along with that border. The drug menace in Punjab chiefly comes from Pakistan, and it is well known to everyone. Then, with respect to Golden Triangle, so Myanmar basically shares border with a number of Indian states such as Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, and India has been selected as the gateway for narcotics. As I have said that the chief gateway to supplying these narcotics to developed world, to Europe and to American countries in North America is through India, because India is basically having trade ties with all of these countries, whereas the countries in of Golden Triangle, they do not have any significant trade with these countries. Then heroin is trafficked mainly to US and European countries, as I have already told you. Now let us see what are the challenges this poses for India. First of all, narco trafficking is a geopolitical tool used for passive destruction. As we know that today India is counting on its demographic dividend. We have a large share of young population. However, if this young population comes under the grip of drugs and its menace, then there will be basically no use of this population, and this population that we are counting as an asset would turn into a liability. So in order to destroy a country passively, such techniques have been used. As we know that in conventional respect, Pakistan could never counter India. Therefore, a number of techniques have been taken up by Pakistan and India's adversaries so as to check India's growth in the region. This is one of it. Then, threat to cultural and socio-economic development of the country. Naturally, if people went into drugs, this is going to degradation of values and naturally their ability to earn. Illicit drug cultivation causes environmental damage by way of river pollution also. It is one of the pillars of organized crime. Checking drug menace is also very much important because this fetches a lot of money in the open market, and this money can be used so as to recruit people into organized crimes network, especially terrorism, which is a big problem for South Asia today. Then, narcotic trafficking is a major transnational organized crime that possesses a severe threat to national security. So, this is all with respect to the drug trafficking. Now, one chief thing that I would say would sum up the efforts that one has to take against securing and preventing these drug networks in order to penetrate into the country would be collaboration between both central agencies and state agencies, because state police also plays a very important role in order to prevent drug trade to penetrate into the country. So, a comprehensive review of military and governance along with effective center state coordination is much required to deal with this menace. As we see that now on, sea routes have been used so as to penetrate the drug trade into India. The consignments which have been seized at the Adani port came from Iran, and the goods were basically from Afghanistan, which were shipped through Iran to India. And this is not just one consignment. In the past year, there have been a number of consignments which have been coming through the sea route. So this requires robust coordination between the military, between the navy, and as well as state authorities so as to prevent this menace. That will be all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.